Hi guys, my name's Jim. I'm doing a video today on my military radio, the AN /PRC-10. Now this is a radio that was developed in the 1950s, just before the Korean War. There it is there. This radio is a tube radio. It uses 16 tubes, just like this. These tubes are about the diameter of a pencil. About half of those tubes are used for the transmitter, and the other half are used for the receiver. This radio is battery powered. It took a special military battery that had 4 voltage sections in it, 135 volts B+ for the transmitter, 67.5 volts B+ for the receiver, 1.5 volts for the filaments of all 16 tubes, and 6.5 volts DC power for all 16 tubes also. I'm going to show the basic controls and accessories for it today. I'm going to tip the radio down for you so you can see it. As you can see, it's got a power switch, a volume control, a squelch, tuning control, a tuning dial window. It's got 2 antenna ports, one for the long antenna, which is empty right now, and one with a short. And there's an auxiliary antenna port too for ground plane antennas for vehicles or stationary antennas. Hi, it's Jim here again. It's video number 2 of the AN PRC-10. I'm going to talk about some of its accessories today. Some accessories are needed to operate it. Other accessories I'm going to show used to carry it and to carry the battery for it. The first thing I want to talk about is its canvas carrying harness, the ST120PR. It's like a canvas back, not really a backpack, but it's a harness for it that you strap the radio into these 3 belts here. You strap the back of the radio to it. On the other side of it, it's got 3 shoulder backpack type straps that you put over your shoulders, and a belt. This is actually a modern military pistol belt. Usually the M1936 World War II or the M1954 belt would go here. And this is how you carry it on your back. What also would be strapped to that would be this, which is the PRC-10's antenna bag. In one pocket you have the handset, which is the H33F/PT. It's got a 10 connector connection on it there that clips onto the radio. That's one of the audio accessories for it. Also, another audio accessory is the LS166/U loudspeaker. It's got the same connection on it, so you could listen to it. Have more than one person listen to it there, like you would with a handset. If the radio is mounted in the vehicle, you would switch it to vehicle set use, or for just wearing it on your back, or in a field situation where you're stationary there, you'd set it to field or pack. I guess that changes the impedance of the speaker inside there. Also inside the carry case, there's 2 antennas. You have your short antenna, which is a 3-foot tape. They call it a tape because it's made of the same material that measuring tapes are made out of. That's about 3 feet long. It's about a ½ inch wide. And it mounts to it's spring base. They call it a spring base. It's not really a spring. It's the AT-272A PRC. It screws in here like this. They screw the other end here into the radio, and you could bend it down if you want to. Bend it up in any position you want it to be in, so the enemy can't see it, so it won't be sticking straight up. Also, if you need longer range, they have a long antenna in here, which is 9.5 feet long. It comes all folded up. You can unfold it, put it together. It also screws into its own base. This is a spring base under rubber. It screws in here just like the other one did, but it doesn't really bend. It's a spring, so if you hit a branch with it, it will bend. And that screws into the radio itself. This is the PR-129, I believe this is called. So these are the few accessories you would have to carry with you to operate the radio. And we have one more here. This is not something that would it's capable of being carried on a belt, but I don't think a soldier would have carried this. This is a battery tester for testing military batteries. This is the PRC-10 It's got a meter on it. It's got a switch on the side. And on the bottom, it's got a plug. And in that plug, you would plug in one of these adapters, which has a bunch of resistors and capacitors in it. And you plug that in like that, and your battery would be in this box right here. And to test it, you would plug this into the battery, and you'd rotate your switch to each section of the battery, and you'd watch the dial. You'd watch the dial at the top. I don't think a soldier would have carried this with him on a mission, simply because it adds weight, and the real way to tell if a battery doesn't work is if the radio stops working, you just switch batteries. But I could see that being in a field installation there. If you have a bunch of batteries from a bunch of squads there and you don't know the condition, you'd want to test them. Anyways, this is the battery box for the AM PRC-10. It's called the CY744/PRC. Your battery would fit in here. And like I said, the radio itself would clamp on the top of this, and there'd be a little pigtail with a plug on it that would plug into the battery, and you clamp the radio down to it, and this whole thing would be carried with the radio. It's got, if you're going to use the long antenna, it's got some feet on the bottom of the battery, so if you set it down on the ground and you had a 9-foot antenna on it there, it wouldn't blow it over. But, well, that's about it for accessories, so hope you enjoyed the video.